Camera work is evident as one of the main conventions of documentaries. During the conventional interviews, the rule of thirds is evident. Moreover, the camera is always at eye level, meaning that the subject's eye line is a third of the way down the screen. The subject is always looking off to the side and is generally positioned to the right or left-hand side of the screen, and the shot is normally a close-up. In the observational footage, handheld camera work is usually present. It is this way due to the camera crew quickly wanting to capture the footage without having to set up all of the recording equipment. In the observational footage, there is also a variety of shot sizes and camera movement. This keeps it visually appealing for the audience, as well as establishing shots which are used to establish the different locations for the audience. Another convention in a documentary is the archive material. The archive material can be made up of still images, such as photos, which can show an individual when they were younger, or could be used to show and reflect upon a moment in an individual's life. Moreover, archive material is included in the interviews in the background to keep the interview visually appealing. This therefore keeps it fresh for the audience. Mise-en-scene is evident in the documentaries. The mise-en-scene is relevant to the interviewee or the topic. For example, if the interviewee is talking about Queen Elizabeth, then the observational footage in the background will be related to Queen Elizabeth to provide the audience with an insight into the topic being discussed. Continually, graphics are present in the documentaries and can be used in different ways. For example, graphics can be included in the interviews. There are normally 2 lines of text included as graphics in the interview. The first line of text being the interviewee's name, which is in a conventional bigger font. The second line of text is usually in a smaller font and will be the interviewee's job title or role, as evident below, King's College London. However, if they are unemployed, then this may say their interests, such as caravan enthusiast or something relevant to the topic being discussed. Editing is used so that the documentary flows and is interesting to the audience. Continually, the editing is normally plain and simple, so it doesn't distract the audience's attention away from the content of the documentary. It is also included to maintain a steady pace. Examples of editing techniques could be cutaways, which could be used in the form of dissolves. Observational footage is also included into the documentary to create a flow and make it visually appealing. Questions are edited out to add to the conventional interview style. The jump cuts are then replaced with cutaways to maintain the flow of the interview. Lastly, the narrative in documentaries can be made up of 4 main elements: non-linear, segmented, single-stranded, or open or closed. Non-linear is where the documentary has a non-chronological order. Segmented is where the documentary is segmented into smaller topics around the main topic. Single-stranded is where the documentary is centered around one topic. Multi-stranded is where the documentary will include multiple topics. And lastly, an open documentary is one where it ends with questions left unanswered, compared to closed, where the documentary is left having all the questions answered.